let's take a look at this email I got from the Obama-Biden campaign. Bradley, I love the Buffett Rule for the same reason Mitt Romney opposes it. It levels the playing field in America by closing tax loopholes and ensuring that millionaires aren't paying a tax rate that's lower than what many middle-class families are paying. And it's going to be one of the issues that will define this election. So let's take a look at what a middle-class family is in the United States. I bounced over to Wikipedia, and I found this chart that shows a distribution of household incomes. This chart shows that the median household income is about $50,000 a year. You can see that a little more than 4% of U.S. families are in that $50,000 to $55,000 income bracket. The top 25% are greater than $85,000 a year. So if you take that off, that's the top 25% of the population. Okay, so let's look at the Buffett Rule then. The Obama-Biden website has a Buffett Rule calculator. So let's enter in the median income for a family. That's $50,000. Now, your average family also has kids, according to the statistical numbers from the U.S. So I'm going to put in married with kids and the annual income of $50,000. Now, you're going to have to watch, and watch fast, because there's a little sleight of hand that's about to occur here. As soon as I click calculate, they're going to warn me that they're not going to use the numbers I typed in because that doesn't stack up very well against Mitt Romney. Instead, they're going to switch the number to a middle-class couple with an annual income of $42,500 each. That's a total household income of $85,000. If that number sounds familiar, hey, that was the top 25% of the population. Now, if I'm going to define middle class as being the middle two quartiles, then the top 25% isn't the middle class. So we're looking at the very top edge of the middle class here to make their point here on the BarackObama.com website. So they say, okay, so this middle class tax rate is 20.6%, and Mitt Romney, evil Mitt Romney, only paid 13.9%. So let's sock it to him with the Buffett Rule and make his taxes go up to 30%. That's the point of this website. You shouldn't be paying a higher percentage than Mitt Romney. Except most people don't pay a higher percentage than Mitt Romney. Here's what factcheck.org had to say about a MoveOn.org ad about the Buffett Rule. They concluded that, on average, millionaires and billionaires already pay more than the rest of us, and about half of them would not have to pay any additional taxes under the Paying a Fair Share Act, as the Buffett Rule is formally known. And then they pointed to the Nonpartisan Tax Policy Center to provide the numbers. So here are the numbers from the Tax Policy Center. So of note would be to check out our $50,000 to $75,000 a year range, which is the comparison from what I was doing. As a percentage of cash income, they list the individual income tax as 4%. As a percentage of adjusted gross income, they list it as 4.9%. Now you can see these are not the marginal rates, these are the collective effective rates, right? If you take up the whole income, what rate do you pay? So these aren't the rates listed in law, these are just what people actually end up paying after all of their deductions and everything else. That's why some of these lower numbers are negative numbers. They're getting money back because they're counting the earned income and child tax credits. So the tax system, as this Tax Policy Center shows, is already quite progressive. The rich pay a much higher percentage than anybody in the bottom percentile, which is how I think most of us would like things to be. So once again, looking at the Buffett Rule, if we run that one more time, we can see that if you choose $50,000, a medium family income, and say that you're married with kids, they won't show you how you compare because you'd be paying that 4.9%. Instead, they show you somebody at the upper end of the income scale. They call them middle class, even though they're at the top end of the middle class. And then they compare that with Mitt Romney. Now, Mitt Romney is obviously an outlier where his rate is lower than the 24% that the other millionaires are paying. But remember, these are averages of what people pay, not what everybody's individual is, because everybody has different exemptions and deductions and a different tax situation. So nice try, President Obama, but this comparison wasn't quite honest.